Hey everyone, it's Linda again. I am sorry to bombard you with videos, but this is the journal I actually got in the mail today. And we are super excited about it. Let's just say my son is 13 and he's still not really sure what he wants to do with his life. He has multiple passions and hasn't really settled down on one specific passion. So he has the artist's journal, which he loves art. He loves animals, and this year we are studying uh, both the endangered species animals journals. So he has those, but those are he uses specifically for when he's doing just science stuff, not an actual core journal. This one is a core journal. Look how huge this sucker is. It is really big, um, and it's for animal lovers. So basically, it's a homeschooling curriculum handbook for students majoring in zoology. He was using the core journal that had the planets on it, and he loves that journal, and he wants to save that one now for next year because since this one came in the mail today, he wants to use this to go along with his endangered species science journals. So I think he's going to concentrate more on animals this year than animals and design. So anyway, let me go into the book. It's really gorgeous, I might add. And he is super excited about it. So if you have a kid that loves animals or is majoring in zoology, I would highly recommend this journal. It has, of course, gorgeous pictures in it. It does cover um, planning and setting priorities, animal research and study, reading, film study, creative writing, art and drawing, comics, math practice, and more. And just look at all the pictures in here. It's so fun for a kid who absolutely loves animals. Let me just add that. I don't love these things, and they don't love me, but it's pretty awesome that they're included in the journal anyway. So, of course, they're going to go to the library and they're going to pick out, or your bookshelf or a bookstore, and they're going to pick out all the books that interest them about, if this is their major, obviously they would pick it out about animals. They're going to gather all their supplies. They're going to use a total of 9 books about these topics, and they're going to use 5 pages each day to develop their skills as a zoologist. This is where they would write the names of the 9 books they've selected, or they could draw the covers of each of those books. Look at these gorgeous pictures of all these awesome animals. This is how your day would start. So you would first do your plans and your priorities. You'd make a to-do list, a quote, you'd write your goals and your plans, and any notes or doodles that you want to draw. Then there's some type of like a maze or some kind of little game with an animal, of course. The next is drawing and reading time, where they're going to choose a few books from their stack to focus on today. They're going to write down and draw anything that inspires them, and they're going to set their timer for an hour. So they'll draw pictures and write about what they read during that hour. Then they're going to have their creative animal art. They're going to, and isn't that gorgeous? They're going to use colored pencils to color in the picture. And then they're going to conduct their animal study. This is so awesome. And each day, this topic here changes. So I hope you can see it. I forgot to turn my light on before I started filming. Choose an animal to research today. Use books, documentaries, and other resources to study or take a trip to the zoo. So they're going to study an ocean animal. And then they're going to draw their habitat. They're going to draw their food. They're going to draw a picture of the actual animal. And this is where their research really comes in handy, because they're going to describe the habitat, describe their eating habits, where do I live and what's it like there, what are the struggles that I face, what scares me and why, what is scared of me and why, and then random facts about me. And they'll write all that information on that page. Here's their math practice. They're going to use this page for math practice or design a habitat for an animal in a zoo. So they can design a habitat on here. They can do their math practice on here. They can, if they want to, they can kind of draw like the geography of maybe the continent or the country or something that that animal is located in, and they can use each one of these little squares as like, you know, every square is 100 miles or 10 miles, and they can kind of use it as a legend to show how big of an area that animal lives in. That's what I'm going to do with my son anyway. That was just a suggestion. Nature study, they're going to take the book outside. They're going to draw from nature. They're going to draw the plants, animals, and habitats in their neighborhood. If you go to the park one day, bring this journal with you, and they can draw things in the park that they've spotted. Or if you go on a field trip to the zoo, they can also do the nature study there. They'll have screen time where they're going to watch a documentary or a high quality film or video or a tutorial, some type of animal documentary. And they're going to draw a scene from that video, and they're going to tell you who the producer and the actors are. They're going to rate it, and then they're going to make a comic from what they just watched. Here, I think is awesome. It's Finish the Story. Ranger Raiden was walking along a trail in Big Bend National Park when he noticed scratches on the trunks of some of the trees. He continued along the trail, thinking about what could have made the marks, when suddenly he... ... That's when they will do creative writing and finish the story, and then they're going to draw an illustration from their story. And that's the end. So, and then the new day starts. Well, they're going to start doing their quotes and their priorities. Here's some creative copy work. There's another gorgeous animal for them to color in. And this time it's a forest animal. So it kind of goes on. And there's different little animal math mysteries, which I love. Gabriel has 8 rabbits. He has to feed each rabbit 1 scoop of food each day. How many scoops of food does he use during 1 week? So there are different math mysteries scattered throughout this journal, which is really exciting that there's actual math mysteries and not just the graph paper, because a lot of moms weren't really sure what to do with the graph paper. I've had my son do his figuring out of his math problems on the graph paper, but I think because this is the zoology book, I would rather him draw the habitat and then use the squares to legend the geographical area of their habitat. It's just another way for him to work with numbers. And he's into design this year, so this is going to help him work with design as well too. So anyway, it's a really awesome journal. There's tons of animals in here. I'm just kind of quickly fingering through it so you could see. There's all different types of little math mysteries scattered throughout. There's different like little mazes and brain game type teasers for them to do. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And they could color that in. And I just have to say I'm completely 100% addicted to fun schooling journals. And that's probably why I'm one of the volunteer ambassadors, because I just can't get enough of them. So anyway, if you have any questions, leave comments below and I will get back to you. Talk to you later. Bye.